Hi everybody and welcome back to Service Excellence by the Hospitality Assured, our video interview series, shall we say. As part of Service Excellence, we are pleased to interview Darren Coventry, who is Food Production Manager at the Royal Holloway University of London. Royal Holloway is a pioneering university steeped in history and culture, yet constantly evolving and adapting to the demands of a modern higher education. There are over 11,000 students with an accommodation portfolio of over 3,000 residents and over 1,700 members of staff. To this day, the RHUL have had 11 full hospitality assured assessments since they started working with us in 2006 and hosted a fantastic hospitality assured networking event in 2018. In this interview, we look forward to hearing more from Darren about what it means to work in their award-winning conference and catering operation. Hello, Darren, how are you doing today?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
I'd just like to take a quick thank you, say thank you for joining us today and taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this for us. It is really most appreciated, thank you. Just a quick one from me, firstly, how long you've been in the hospitality industry?
Oh, too long to count these days. We got to be looking at a good 25 plus years now. So yeah, plenty of experience.
Fantastic. And so what made you decide to work in hospitality? What drew you to it?
Well, initially as a boy, I always liked to cook. So, that leads to the next stage where what do you want to do with your life? It took me to catering college, become a chef. And then obviously when you move into the industry, it normally forms the foundation of your career path. So, being disciplined well from working with some really good chefs, I knew really it was the life I wanted really. So, and I've just worked in all different sort of aspects of hospitality.
I think that's the good thing about hospitality, isn't it? It's open. It is very open and varied and vast, and you're not just working for this sector. I think it does cover plenty of sectors, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what are the most outstanding features of the organisation that you work for, the RHUL?
Well, for those who may know Royal Holloway or can be looked up, initially you're working in an amazing building, the Royal Holloway itself, the architecture, the history that surrounds it, going right back to, the rights for women, sort of foundations as it has here. When you go right back even earlier than that, you start looking at how it was built and who built it. The picture gallery has an amazing array of pictures. Some quite famous ones in there, but I think ultimately it's the importance of what we do, supporting students and the community, helping people start their young lives and bringing them on and give them that first step. I think that's quite important. Looking to people's futures.
Agreed, and to know that, I guess, they'll have that memory of you, I think is quite rewarding, to know that you'll always be back when they think about these times or they relive them. I think that must be quite a nice feeling, I can imagine.
It is, when you like you say, you're helping them on the road, yeah. And when they keep in touch with you as well.
That's nice.
It's nice to see how they've got on, and it is rewarding.
I can imagine. Well done. What do you enjoy most about your role as food production manager?
Never 2 days are the same in this place. When people think of universities, I suppose people think of school catering, and it's nothing like it. The diversity of the business. We have cafes, restaurants, bars. Yes, we mainly cater for students for so many weeks of the year. But we have to be ready to change our hospitality offer to cater for conferences, weddings, big, important dignitaries will come in. The research that the college does, it's got everything from the chef at heart inside me. It's got everything from a basic cafe right up to fine dining. And although we're coming out of the pandemic, you know, things are going to return.
Yeah.
Yeah, the levels of food that we do here, I've not come across it in any other sort of environment I've worked in.
Just like you said, you can go from simple cafe to feeding dignitaries. That is quite a vast, you're covering some ground there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Amazing. When you first joined the Royal Holloway, hospitality assured accreditation was already in place. What were your first observations when you started?
Well, my first observations, so I was moving from a corporate background, was how hospitality with universities is more challenging because we got many types of customers. We've got students living in halls, we've got food outlets accessible to commuting students, we've got conference guests, external visitors, you might have as weddings, function, catering, and we have staff as well. So for me, it was interesting how the team adapted and how each outlet changed to the offer that we had to deliver at the time to meet the customer needs. And relating to my previous experience, it's far more than a hotel or a conference centre or a restaurant would have to deal on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, well, I guess they've all got certain formulas in place, haven't they? You know, you're just doing this, almost like quite tunnely. But yeah, you were open to all sorts of tunnels and paths and decisions, I guess. How has HA accreditation changed the way that you personally work at the RHUL?
Well, as an organisation, it's given me the resurgence that we're making the right improvements in our service delivery to meet our customer needs. I mean, ultimately, it helps deliver a better service. I think working with Hospitality Assured, really great people. It's given us the insights we need to focus on continuous improvement to our customers and ensure we put them at the centre of everything we do. The great thing is working with Hospitality Assured is we get given a score, and that also helps, you know, to know where the improvements have to come forward to make that first stride forward.
That's it, isn't it? It's big guidance.
Yeah, and also it's pride. Pride in knowing that what you're delivering it to the best possible standard. You can always improve, but you're always improving, and you can actually demonstrate to your customers and the organisation that we take the service seriously and we can demonstrate our improvements, and also other external recognitions that we gain along the way as well.
It's fantastic. So it's definitely, it's nice that you say that it's something to be proud of. That's really nice. I really warms me heart, that does. What are the key challenges you're facing in hospitality at the moment?
Do you know what? It's probably what everybody else is facing right now. I mean, since the pandemic, you know, shortage of skills in the industry, from trying to employ people, also trying to get agency cover. You know, it's really hard at the moment. Ingredients, product, supply chain problems, massive at the moment with Brexit, and also the pandemic and what's going on in the world at the moment. Were
you forming any kind of, were you offering anything during the pandemic?
We stayed open because we had students that could not go home. So obviously we had a lot of our staff on furlough, but at the same time we had to have teams in. And also at the time, it was also maintaining their safety as well as the customers. I mean, other challenges we have is, you know, keeping up with, in the hospitality, the food trends. You know, veganism, that's becoming stronger and stronger all the time. You've got more plant food coming through. It's keeping that menu balanced. And also at the same time, it's trying to keep your chefs up because there does seem to be a big rush at the moment of new products coming through. And then, like everybody else right now, we've got the allergens and Natasha's Law. You know, I've seen a trend with suppliers on now moving away from wrapped products, making the ownership and the accountability more to the caterer to take that problem on. And it's keeping your details up to date, so you know you are accountable all the time. So they are challenges.
Yeah, that must be quite a lot to have things like that coming into place all the times. You've always got to be really on the ball, haven't you?
Yeah.
For laws and all sorts of that. So yeah, I can imagine that you have an awful lot to do. You are a very busy man. So how are you tackling these challenges, and do you feel that HA accreditation has supported you in managing these challenges and dealing with them?
It doesn't change the way we work. We always look to deliver the best, but what Hospitality Assured gives us is a framework to review and action and measure the success. You know, it's about being proactive with everybody that you work with, and at the center of it all is always your customer. So it's going through that process, finding, not just try and work with assumptions, but actually getting the feedback first, and following guidance from Hospitality Assured to make those correct decisions. So, yeah. Yeah,
because you're not constantly guessing then, are you?
No.
You know, it's all very well to be trying different things and making sure that you're getting it right. But if you have no feedback, you're literally just, excuse me. What would you say to others who might be considering embarking on Hospitality Assured accreditation?
Well, initially, I would say, no, don't touch it. But from a business approach, you know, to developing excellent hospitality to all parts of the service offer, you will be missing out on a fantastic framework, which will challenge your thinking to keep the team focused on things that really make a difference.
So would you say it's quite challenging then to start it? And
yeah, well, I think our business has come on leaps and bounds working with Hospitality Assured. So I'm saying, if you don't want to move forward in a level where you're seeing the differences to your business, you know, you won't get those rewards. So it's there for you if you want it. So, you know.
Yeah. So brace yourselves, people. Basically,
yeah.
If you're going down that path, it's happening.
It's great. You're working with really, really fun people from Hospitality Assured, and the differences are there to be seen in your business. So,
oh, thank you. And here's a fun question before we let you go for the day. Now, was that quick? It's so quick and painless.
Yeah.
What event have you done at the RHUL that really stands out in your mind? What was your favourite? And why, please?
I don't actually need to look too far back at the moment, because we've just started we're in about the fourth one now, and we started a student cookery lessons, just getting our, you know, students to come into the kitchens with us, and we started doing these lessons with them. And what I've seen from that actually is that rapport with my students is great fun as well, because their level of cookery is really not that great. So seeing them come into a kitchen and walk out, you know, learn to cook something, but at the same time, I'm developing one of my chefs at the same time to teach. So, and so I'm seeing the rewards, not only training one of my guys, but now the students are returning. And from the last session, which was only last week, they now want to take it to a society. So they're so bought into it. They now want to create a society, which is great. You know,
that's fantastic.
You know, so it's a great one to say that we were part of that.
That is fantastic.
So,
oh, amazing. Well, that wasn't too painful, was it? We're done. Quick and easy. Okay, then. Well, I'll say goodbye for now, and thank you very much again for taking the time to do this. And I hope you have a wonderful day today. And thank you again, Darren. I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't too painful for you.
No, it was good. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.